Hi there, I'm Dr. Yusuf Noor from Shafii Academy. Today, I would like to revise with you how to find the equation of a straight line. So let us start revising equation of a straight line. Learning objectives. We're going to revise equation of a line, equation of a parallel line, equation of perpendicular line, and equation from 2 points. So we're going to do lots of work. Equation of a line. Let's start with examples. I got here a line, and as you can see, the line goes through this point, but it goes lots of other points. The equation is find the equation of this line. As we said a number of times, the general equation for finding equation of a line is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the intercept. So if we know the gradient and intercept, we can put their places and find the equation of a line. In our case now, we call it intercept c. Do we know the intercept? Yes, we know. The intercept is this point here, is that point. And the y-intercept is 1. Do we know gradient? As we say a number of times, the gradient is if you take one step horizontal, how many steps you need to take up to get the line back. So if I take one step this way, I need to take 2 steps up. One step this way, 2 steps up. So actually, it's 2 steps up for each 1 step horizontal. And that gives you a gradient of 2. If you put them together, you get an equation which is 2x plus 1. So that's the equation of this line. We find the intercept, we find the gradient, and we put them together. Now suppose that no graph is given, like those two situations. Let's start with this one. And find the equation of the line with the intercept minus 1 and gradient minus 3. So again, the equation is y equals mx plus c. Do we know m? M is the gradient. Do we know it? Yes, it's minus 3x. Do we know the intercept? Yes, the intercept is 1. So we know both of them. So that's how we put the equation together. Let's take the second equation. Find the equation of the line that passes through this point and has a gradient of this. So, do we know our c to start with? Yes, that is the intercept because the x is 0. That's minus 5. Do we know the m, which is the gradient? Yes, we do. And that's 3. And if we put them together, we got an equation which says 3x plus 5. So we find the equation of a line. Okay, this is another one. Find the equation of a line that passes through this point and has gradient of this. Now we ask ourselves, do we know c? No, we don't know. Question mark. Do we know m? Yes, we do. What is our m? Is 2. So let us fill what we know it. So y now equals 2x plus c. We don't know c. But a point is given here. So we can use this point to find the c by simply substituting these coordinates in the y and x. What's the y? Y is minus 3. And what's x? X minus 2. And put them together gives you c. That gives you minus 3 plus 4 is your c. And finally you got 1 is your c. Put them together, y equals 2x plus 1. The m is 2 is given and c is 1. We calculate, we found it. Okay, now let's go to equation of a parallel line. As we said, this is a revision lesson, so we're going to do lots. If you still remember, parallel lines have same gradient, m1 and m2 are same. So here we got 2 lines. Let us find the equation. As you see, those 2 lines are parallel because if you start from there, you need 1, 2, 3, 4 steps there. And if you start from here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So the distance between 2 lines stays the same. So they are parallel. Let us find the 2 equation and see. And actually, let us find the m. Okay, first. So this one, for example, What is this m? If I move one step, I need to take 2 steps up. So let's say line, the red line, or line 1, line A, let's call line A, and line A, I mean this one, that's line A. Okay, line A, the m is 2. And what is C? The C is where actually it crosses the y-axis, and C is 2, is here. Sorry about that. C is 2, this one there. So C is minus 2. So we know both of them, put them together, y equals 2x minus 2. That's the equation. Okay, the other one, again, what line B, so this one is line B. Do we know m for line B? Let's work out. Yeah, if I start, for example, from here, 1 step, 2 step, so that's 2, and it should be because the m's must be same. And where's the C? Because they are parallel, they must, the two gradient must be same. The C is minus 4. Put them together, you go y equals 2x minus 4. That's how you find the equation of a line, and that's how you show that they got the same gradient. You just work out the two equations and compare the two gradients. 2, they are same. Now, suppose that no line is given, like those two cases. So let's start with this one. Find the equation of the line that's parallel. That's very useful information because they are parallel. Guess what? They got the same gradient. To the line this was the gradient of this line. So we can say m1 is minus 1, and automatically m2 is minus 1 because they are parallel. Because it goes this point, and this point is intercepted because x is 0, we got everything, we know it. So our x is minus 1, we don't write down minus 1, but we write down minus x, and our c is minus 3. So this is the equation of the line. We use the information given, which is they are parallel, and this word parallel provides us the gradient of the other line, because two parallel lines, they got the same gradient here. Parallel lines have same gradient, m1 and m2 are same. Here's another one. So it goes there, and find the equation of a line that's parallel to this line. So what's m1 to start with? m1 is 4. And what's m2? m2 is 4 because they are parallel. Okay, so let's put that in the equation. That's 4x. Do we know c? No, because that point, it doesn't look like intercept. But we can use this point to find the c. So y is 5. Let's substitute y with 5. Okay, and let's substitute x with 1. That is c. And that gives you 5 plus 4 is c. And that gives you 9 is c. We know c. We know m. Let's put them together to get the equation of the line. That's 4x plus 9. That is the equation of the line. We got it. Fine. Let's go further. Now, parallel lines. We finished parallel lines. Let us go to perpendicular lines. Okay, this is what it says. As we have seen before, the gradient of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocal of each other. If the gradient of one of the lines is m, the gradient of perpendicular line is minus 1 divided by m. What this tells us is, if we know the gradient of one of them, we can easily work out the gradient of the other one by writing minus 1 divided by that m. So let's use that information to find the equation of perpendicular lines. Here we got two lines. We're given that they are perpendicular. We were given, so we accept it. So that angle is 90 degrees. One of them is given, is there. That's the equation of it. So the question is find the gradient of the other line. So we're going to start with, do we know m1? Because that's what matters. m1 is minus 2. If m1 is minus 2, m2 must be the negative reciprocal of m1, and that gives you a normal half. So we know m. Do we know the intercept? If we look the blue line, which is this one, blue line, and that's what we call line 2. If you like, it's called this line 2. And that automatically becomes equation 1, line 1. If you look at it, it crosses there, minus 2. So yes, we know the c is minus 2. We know all what we needed to set up the equation is half x, because half is the gradient, minus 2. This is the equation of the line which is perpendicular to this line and pass and got intercept of -2. So that's how you use the information of perpendicularity, if you like. Okay, I got here another example. Find the equation of the line that's perpendicular to this line and goes through there. As we said, the word perpendicular, underline it for the reason that it actually provides you your m. So what is m1? m1 is -3. What is m2 then? m2 is a negative reciprocal of that one. And that gives you 1/3. Do we know c? Yes, we know c because this looks like intercept. So it's the c is -5 because the x is 0. That's where the graph cross y-axis. Now what you got y equals 1/3, which is your gradient, -5, which is your y-intercept. Put them together, that is the equation. Here I got another case, another equation. Find the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this one. So again, perpendicular, we underline it and we use that information by saying if m1 is 5, m2 must be negative reciprocal of that one, which is -1 divided by 5. Do we know c? No, we don't know c. So we make it question mark. Why we don't know c? Because this point here is not intercept. Fine, but we can use that point to find our c as with a number of times. So let us fill the gradient in our equation. That gives us minus this there, and then plus c. Let us fill the information. So my y is -5. Okay, my x is -2 plus c. Minus and minus gives you plus, so this side you go -5, and this side you go 250 plus c. Solve it for c, so that gives you -5, -2 divided by 5, equals your c. Make the denominators the same, okay? Make the denominators the same. Let me change the color of the pointer. Yeah. So to make the denominators the same, I got here 1, so I need to times it by 5, and that 5 I need to times it here. That is what I need to do. Okay, that's what I need to do. Back to the red. So that gives you actually -25 at the top, -2 divided by 5 is your c. That's -27 divided by 5 is your c. Now you got all what you need. Put them together and write down the equation. The equation gives you y is the gradient, which is -1/5x, and the intercept that's -25 divided by 5. This is the equation of the line. Okay? That is the equation of a perpendicular line and how to find. Equation of a line from a point. That's the last topic we're going to do it. So here, what I got here, I got a point, 2 points, so let us find them. Do we know the intercept? That's what we start with. Yes, the intercept is 2. Do we know the gradient? The gradient is m, and that's simply the change in y, which is y2, take away y1, divided by change in x, which is x2 minus x1. Okay, you can actually choose and one of the 2 points as 0.1 and the other one as 0.2. So let's take this one as 0.2. Let's call this one 0.2. So automatically the other one becomes 0.1. If that's the case, my y2 now is -1. Take away my y1, which is 2, divided by my x2, which is 1. Take away my x1, which is 0. That gives me -3 divided by 1, which is simply -3. So I now know m, I know c, put them together. So that's -3x, as you see, -3x plus 2. I got 2 points. I don't have the intercept, I just got 2 points. Now, first thing I'm trying to find here is my m. So my m is, as we said, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. But what is y2? You can take this as 0.2 automatically. So my y2 is 4 and my y1 is -2, and there's minus between them. My x2 is 3 and my x1 is 1. So that gives you 6 divided by 2. That gives you gradient of 3. Once we know the gradient of 3, we can fill the general equation, which gives us 3x plus c. We don't know c yet. Let us use one of the 2 points to find our c. Let's use the top one. So here is 4, because the y coordinate is 4. Here is 3. Here is 3. Here is c. That gives you 4 minus 6. Is your c. That gives you minus 2. Is your c. Put them together. Finally, the gradient was 3x, and the intercept is minus 2. Okay, so that's how you find it. If a text is given, like this one, and you need to find the equation of a line, first thing first, find the equation of the line that goes through the point 0, minus 2, and 0, minus 2 is the intercept c is minus 2. Okay, do we know m? No, we don't know, so question mark. How do we find m? There are 2 ways, and actually because we know c, the way which I like most is, let's find the gradient. M is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That's how you find it. So m now, if I call this point 2, is 7 minus 2 divided by minus 3, take away 0. And that gives you 9 divided by minus 3, and that gives you minus 3 gradient. I know c, I know m, put them together, minus 3x minus 2. This is the equation of the line. Okay, this is another one. Okay, we don't know the intercept, we don't know the gradient, we got just the 2 points. So let's use those 2 points. Okay, it says m, that's where we start with, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And that gives you actually 12 minus 5 divided by 9 minus 5. M is 7 divided by 4. That's what it is. That's your m. To find your c, you're going to use the equation y equals mx plus c, but you know your m is 7 over 4. X, what is c? C is what we are trying to find it. Let's use one of the 2 points. Let's use that one. We can use 5, 5. Okay, let's use 12 over 9. So we got 12 equals 7 divided by 4, 9 plus c. That's 12. 7 times 9. Yep, 7 times 9 divided by 4 and plus c. Take that to the other side. 12 minus 7 times 9 divided by 4. Here we got 1, so we need to make the denominators the same. Making denominators the same means we need to times here 4, and we need to times here 4. Okay, so 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. 4 at the top gives you 8, as you know, it gives you 8. And 4 at the bottom, 4 times 1 is just 4. Okay, so at the top we got 8, take away 63, divided by 4, plus your c. 3 and 5, so that gives you minus 55, divided by 4 is your c. Let's put them together and we finish it. What's the gradient? Gradient is 7 over 4 x, and what's the intercept? Minus 5 divided by 4. That's the equation. Yeah. Okay, that's the end. Quite long, but actually we cover all what we're supposed to cover for equation of a line. Thank you for watching. There's end of assessment worksheet that goes with this lesson. Make sure that you complete that end of topic assessment worksheet, and make sure that you use the answer sheet to mark your work, and see you in another interesting lesson. Thank you.